Okay, so your book's going to talk a little bit about saturated versus unsaturated fats, and when you look at that, it's got to do with the chemical structure of fat. And so we said there's glycerol molecules that are attached. And so if you look at a saturated fat, you've got carbon molecules, so you might remember this a little bit from your chemistry, and they've got single bonds between the carbon molecules. All right, and that makes that structure very, very stable. Versus unsaturated fats, you've got a couple of double bonds that are happening, and depending on where the double bond is will depend on the name of that fat. We'll talk a little bit about omega-3s and omega-6s. So your saturated and unsaturated fats are based on these bonds. So the more stable this fat is, the more solid it is at room temperature, and the more liquid it is, the more double bonds it has. So I have an example here of coconut oil. Coconut oil is actually got a mix, because if you put it in the refrigerator, it goes solid. If you put it out in the sun, it becomes liquid. And so when you start looking at that type of fat, it's interesting. It's also has medium chain fatty acids, and medium chain fatty acids are good fatty acids for your brain in particular.